Alrighty, what's up guys? Welcome back to a new video, East Coast Manga. So today we're going to be talking about Shonen Jump manga. And in my hands I have 5 series which are some of the most popular, ongoing, newer Shonen Jump manga. Now I'm going to focus on things that are printed. So a series like Kaiju number 8 I'm not going to put in here, but I'm going to mention it because it is a very, very good Shonen Jump manga. But it's not printed yet. I think it's coming in fall of 2020. So we're going to have to wait for that, but I have read it online. I do highly recommend it if anyone wants to read it online. I wanted to make this video as a very like beginner video. I mean, you know, just because you're not a beginner doesn't mean you have to click off the video, but I wanted to make this very welcoming and easy for people who are not into manga yet, are just getting into manga, who want some very easy Shonen Jump manga to check out. And this is also, like I said, it's ongoing. It's not finished as of me making this video, and it's also in print, so you can go online right now and purchase it, or you can go down to your Barnes and Nobles, maybe Newbury Comics, Bull Moose, whatever store you have, Kinokuniya, and be able to pick up one of these volumes. And that's of course if your store has it in stock, which some of these are kind of hard to find right now. And once again, another honorable mention is Dr. Stone, which I'm not putting in here. I don't have it with me, but a lot of people really, really like it. But there's awesome science stuff. So the first series which I want to talk about is Jujutsu Kaisen. And I don't want to waste a ton of your time just describing all this manga in, you know, surreal detail. I'm just gonna give you a little brief description of these and yeah, just go on from there. So Jujutsu Kaisen, basically you have these cursed spirits which attack humans, eat humans, and then you have these Jujutsu sorcerers, which I believe Jujutsu is the magic that they use. But you have these sorcerers who fight the demons, or the cursed spirits as they put it in here. And this focuses on a high schooler named Itadori, who ends up eating a piece of one of these demons. It's like this super powerful demon who would die, but his body parts have been scattered around. So he ate one of his fingers and he gained some supernatural ability basically. And these pieces, or body parts as the book kind of describes, are super, super dangerous. So most people cannot consume them, and they're also very powerful. So in the wrong hands or wrong stomachs, they can be used for really bad things. So basically there's this deal made where he's going to collect the rest of them with the help of a couple other people and, you know, consume them and gain these powers, but at the end he has to be executed essentially. So we'll see where that goes, but this is a really, really good manga. I highly recommend it. It also has an anime. And I apologize if my description isn't perfect, but that's just kind of what I'm going off of what I've read so far. And the anime is very, very good, so I also recommend checking that out if you guys are into anime. Next we have My Hero Academia. I mean, even if you're not into manga or anime, you guys probably heard about this before. But this is one of the most popular manga in general of all of manga going on right now, as well as anime, so I would highly, highly recommend checking this out if you haven't already. No matter what people say about the fans, about the series, or sometimes they'll knock this series because of the fans. The fans are, you know, like Attack on Titan and other series. They're very, very hardcore, but the series nevertheless is very, very good. I own like 20 something volumes, so I highly, highly recommend checking this out if you haven't. And essentially this is a story about this world where a lot of people have quirks, and you go to these schools if you have these quirks. Quirks are just superpowers, so each person has a unique superpower, but not everyone has quirks. Deku was not born with a quirk, but he was able to inherit, or not quite inherit, but he was able to get a quirk. And if you guys don't know anything about the story, I would recommend checking it out, and you guys will learn how he gets that, and yeah, it gets pretty powerful. Next we have Moriarty The Patriot, which I think is kind of a sleeper because it's a little bit of a more mature tone than some of these other series like My Hero Academia. This is definitely more of a mature tone, and it's really, really good. There's 3 volumes out so far as me making this video, so you can catch up super easy. Jujutsu Kaisen, I believe there's 9 volumes. My Hero, I think maybe 25 or something like that. But there's only 3, so you can catch up to this very quickly. And this focuses on Moriarty, who is Sherlock's rival. And I know Sherlock Holmes doesn't really bring, for some people maybe it'll bring some excitement, but for other people it's old. They don't really care about Sherlock Holmes, whatever. This manga right here will make you care about everything that's happening. This is a very dark manga. It's a very psychological manga. It's honestly something that I personally wouldn't expect out of Shonen Jump. I actually would have expected this out of a, you know, this is, I don't know, this just gives me more seinen vibes than shonen vibes. So if you're into more of a darker themed manga, I highly recommend checking this out. There's, come on, just by the cover itself, you can tell this is not a light-hearted manga, but Moriarty is just extremely brilliant. Him and his brothers, in the first chapter alone, if you read it online, you just check out the first chapter. You'll be able to tell what the vibes are with this manga through the first chapter. And I've also heard amazing things about the third volume. I've read the first and second. So the second one is where Sherlock is introduced. But yeah, highly recommend checking this out. Next we have Chainsaw Man. This is a series that, I mean, it's already blown up right now, but it's only going to blow up more. The anime's coming out for it. The anime is going to be fantastic, I can tell you that right now, because the manga is fantastic. This is a high-intensity manga with a lot going for it in terms of story. And, you know, like I said, this is all opinionated stuff. I really like all these series. Some people may not love all these series, but this one is one that I could binge all day. I binged 1 through 4 pretty quickly, and there's some awesome cliffhangers on volume 2 and 3. So if you are going to read this, I recommend getting volumes 1 through 4 and then just binging it, or you can just read it online. You can get the Shonen Jump app. The Shonen Jump app's like $2 a month. It's super cheap, $2 or $3 a month, and it's definitely a great way to read these. But you can also go to the store, be able to purchase these. This one and Jujutsu Kaisen, as I'm making this video, unfortunately, they're having a stocking issue because of how popular the series is, so you may not be able to find this like right now, but just wait on it. Don't pay like $50 or $40 or even higher for one of these volumes. They are going to be back in stock. I made a video on this, but I'm not going to get into that, but just wait, be patient, you will be able to purchase this. Honestly, this is a very hard manga to describe. I'm just going to put up a little text thing right here, and you guys can read that, because I'm not going to be able to describe this manga. And honestly, the text thing probably isn't going to be able to describe it either. I recommend just reading it. And the last manga on my list is Spy Family. For anyone who doesn't know, if there's an X in the title, you just don't pronounce it, so it's not Spy X Family, it's just Spy Family. And this is a fantastic manga. I believe there's 4 volumes out right now. There might be a 5th one coming out very soon. But this, I'm telling you, this is a really good manga. Some people may not love it, but most people I talk to really enjoy this. It has a good mixture of comedy and action, but it's also a very wholesome manga at a lot of points. Basically, we have this spy named Twilight, and he gets this mission where he has to infiltrate this school because one of the parents is this basically he has to get info on one of the parents. The parents is like this high-ranking whatever, and to be able to get info on him, he has to infiltrate the school, so he has to get a child who can obviously go to that school. So I think it's like the parent meetings or something like that is when this guy only comes out of his house basically, or maybe it's like an award. I think it's an award situation. I forget exactly how it is. It's not a great description, but he adopts a child who she actually ends up being a telepath, but he doesn't know that. And to be able to get into this prestigious school, he also has to have a wife. So he gets this woman to agree to be a wife to be able to get his daughter into the school. You know, it's like a pretend wife situation, but then you could also kind of tell throughout the story that there's definitely some mutual feelings on both sides. But the wife is actually an assassin, and the daughter and the husband don't know that, so no one knows what each other's occupation is. They're all kind of lying to each other, but it's a really great story. Like I said, I highly recommend checking it out. And it's just a very interesting and creative scenario where you have all these 3 people who are doing totally different things, and none of them know, and they don't know what each other is doing. So yeah, that's gonna be it for my 5 ongoing, very popular Shonen Jump manga picks. And like I said, this is a very comfortable picks for people who are just getting into manga, who haven't read manga before, and you want to recommend some Shonen Jump stuff to them, because Shonen Jump honestly is very easy to get into. It's not like a heavy seinen or anything like that. And like I said, these are also all ongoing, so you can purchase them and catch up relatively quickly with some of them. My Hero's a little long, but most of them you can catch up relatively quickly. So yeah, feel free to also recommend anything down in the description, down in the comments, especially anything that's maybe not printed yet, but is getting printed or is on the Shonen Jump app, things that are easy to read and get into, as well as sharing this with any friends that you have who are getting into manga or might be getting into manga and are looking for recommendations, or people who are into anime and don't really know too much about the manga side. So that's gonna be it for this video. Affiliate link for Right Stuff down in the description, as well as a link to join the Discord if you want to come and chat about anything manga or anime related. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.